Okay, to proceed with the Demon, since the 408 stroker motor is pretty well damaged there, it's going to take a while to get her back up and going. It's going to take an investment of some money. Anyhow, I have the 318, pulled that out. We're going to start out working on that. I've got it broke down to the short block. We'll start checking it all out and, well, we'll just go from there and get into it, see what happens. Let's check out the 318's timing chain slop. That sucker's done. Five and an eighth inches. Three and a half inches. So over 2 inches, an inch per side. We'll throw a new one of those on there, that's for sure. Slide this sucker off. There you go, a bunch of teeth missing. That's how they made these back then. They coat them with nylon, and that just chips away. Let's check the crankshaft for play. I've got the indicator set up. Take a look at this. Okay, it's 0. Getting about 3 thousandths. For an old motor, it's never been touched. That is excellent. So we will not be touching anything. I'll pop off some caps and check the bearings, but I don't think we're touching the lower end here. All right, here's our choices for the cylinder heads for the 318. These here are 67, 273 heads, 318 heads, same thing. But as you can see, they're a closed chamber, small valve. They have adjustable rockers, which we probably won't use those right now. The original head, the 318 head, is basically the same head, but that set of heads are open chamber. So that's 8.5 compression ratio. The camshaft I'm putting in there, I want to get that compression ratio up. So that is the main reason I want to go with these heads. Valves are the same and all. The other set of heads I have are the 360 heads, which are also open chamber, which will lose our compression. The valves are 1-inch 880 valves instead of the small, was it 1-inch 720, something like that. The differences are going to be your intake ports, which are around 2 inches on the 318 273 heads, and these either a couple hundred thousandths larger, better flow and all. But the springs, I'll be taking them springs. They have dual springs So for that camshaft, those are going to work the best compared to these single springs, which, you know, these motors, the motor in there had this camshaft is a 390 thousandths total lift, and I'm going up to 484. So that would be best, is just to swap out the springs to handle the cam. And we'll clean up these ports, exhaust, and the intakes. The other differences are the gaskets. The original gaskets compressed down to 20 thousandths. Well, when you want those gaskets again, what I'm finding is they're roughly $80 for a set. Like I said, I don't want to put money into this. Let's see, we are roughly 20, it's showing up 27, 28. The Fel Pros I'm using are going to be 30, 35. It's not much of a difference. Matter of fact, I can grab one. We'll check that out. Sorry about the camera, doing all this with one hand. So that's 51. I'll have to look it up, see what they compress down to. It's probably 40. So we will lose a little compression, but I do know if I go with the 318 or the 360 heads here, 340, 360 heads, with that diameter being bigger, this open chamber, the compression ratio will fall down below 8. And I really don't want that. We will not have any top end at all. So I choose to go with these. It'll keep it back up around, hopefully we'll be up around 9. These are the 273 318 heads, the 67 heads with the closed chambers. What I've done, I've just cleaned up the ports, intake and exhaust. They're just roughed, and that's all I'll be doing. Just figure get a better flow. I use a socket. This is a 1 1/16. That's what I use for my gauge on the intakes, and a 15/16 on the exhaust. They fit in there nice. Cleaned up the high spots. That's really about it. Made everything equal. So next is a valve job. Hopefully we get to that soon.